It's the Halloween season, and there's no reason not to celebrate Christmas. There are plenty of scary Christmas movies and TV shows, so let's break it down. Embrace the Christmas spirit and list out the essential 7 Christmas-themed movies and TV to watch on Halloween. Why 7? Because what is better than Halloween? Christmas, of course. Before we start, I'm leaving off Nightmare Before Christmas. It is the most obvious choice, and there's so many other options. Also, this video will feature some dark and scary movies. Viewer discretion is advised. Gremlins. It's a few days before Christmas, and Billy's dad brings home a small furry creature called a mogwai he bought from an antique shop in Chinatown. Billy names the little guy Gizmo, but fails to take care of him properly. He had 3 rules he had to adhere to. Keep him out of the bright light, don't let him get wet, and most of all, don't feed him after midnight, or mogwai will transform into gremlins. All this takes place on Christmas Eve, ruining the holiday for the residents of Kingston Falls. So if your chair climber speeds up, your tractor crashes through the house, or the local movie theater blows up, before you call the repairman, turn on the lights, check the closets and cupboards, look under all the beds, because you never can tell, there might be a gremlin in your house.
Sad movie.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1 and 2. One of the early slasher films from the 80s, Silent Night, Deadly Night, was pulled from theaters following the public outcry at the thought of Santa killing people. The film tells the story of a child Billy witnessing the brutal death of his parents by a man in a Santa suit. Along with his brother Ricky, the two are sent to live in an orphanage run by the abusive Mother Superior. Throughout his life, Billy suffered from PTSD from Santa killing his parents. He is easily triggered by the sight of Santa and vows to punish anybody who has been naughty. Forced to play Santa at work, Billy launches into a killing spree dressed as Santa. I'm including the sequel as essential viewing, which sees younger brother Ricky following in his brother's footsteps. The film features one of the greatest and funniest killing scenes in a horror film that you have to see.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Have you been good? Or have you been naughty?
The X-Files: How the Ghost Stole Christmas. Agent Mulder invites Scully to investigate a haunted house that had paranormal sightings on Christmas Eve. The house is a personal curiosity of Mulder's and not an official FBI investigation. Mulder and Scully begin exploring and come across 2 skeletons dressed in each other's clothes. They soon discover the spirits living inside the house of a couple who killed each other in their lovers' pact, determined to prove how lonely the holidays can be. The episode reinforces how many people find the holidays to be lonesome. But the ghost failed, as the 2 grow closer, with Scully admitting she wanted to be with Mulder on Christmas as she finds solace with him. Krampus. A few days before Christmas, the Engel family begins to celebrate the holidays with their terrible white trash family. The youngest member of the family, Max, remains a firm believer in Santa Claus until his cousins embarrass him. He tears up the letter to Santa, with the wind picking up the pieces and sweeping them up into the sky. This summons Krampus, an ancient demonic spirit who begins to hunt the family, punishing those who have lost their Christmas spirit and drags them to hell. Max apologizes to Krampus, but is still tossed into the depths of hell, but suddenly wakes up unaware that he and his family are trapped in a snow globe of Krampus's workshop.
Honey, I just got my ass kicked by a bunch of Christmas cookies, so trust me when I say I can take it.
The Twilight Zone, the Night of the Meek. Henry Corwin is a drunk and is fired from his job on Christmas Eve as a department store Santa Claus. Walking home, he hears sleigh bells down an alley, and suddenly a cat knocks down a full bag of empty cans that transforms into a magical sack with gift-wrapped packages. Overjoyed at his sudden ability to fulfill dreams, Corwin proceeds to hand out presents to all the children and during a Christmas Eve service in a mission house. Suspicious that Henry stole the gifts, Officer Flaherty arrests Corwin only to discover that the bag is filled with cans again and is released. He continues to distribute gifts until midnight when the bag is empty. Corwin wishes that he could do this every year. Suddenly, he encounters an elf sitting in a sleigh pulled by a reindeer waiting for him. Henry's wish came true, and now he is Santa Claus.
Why do you suppose there isn't really a Santa Claus?
Better watch out. Ashley has babysat 12-year-old Luke for years, leading to Luke developing lustful feelings for his sitter. Little does Ashley know that Luke is using this babysitting job to attempt to seduce her by scaring her and staging a rescue from outside intruders. Turns out that Luke, with the help of his friend Garrett, is behind it all. But that's when things go wrong. Ashley's boyfriend Ricky shows up, forcing Luke to plan and coordinate a murder-suicide crime scene. Better Watch Out takes place at Christmas and has a connection to Home Alone. The film answers the question of what really happens when a person is hit with a paint can to the face, or as the movie puts it, you Home Alone somebody.
Man, oh, you're getting Home Alone again? Dude, what are you doing, man?
Christmas Evil. Harry, traumatized by seeing his dad dressed as Santa Claus seducing his mother, grows up disturbed and slowly takes on the persona of Santa Claus. He watches and keeps track of all the boys and girls in the neighborhood, making a naughty and nice list, sometimes watching them creepily. After realizing his co-workers don't respect him and the owners of the company cheapening out on donations, Harry has had enough. On Christmas Eve, he dresses as Santa Claus, donates toys, and goes on a murderous rampage against those who have no morals. In a scene reminiscent of Frankenstein, the town chases down Harry, who flees in his van and suddenly flies into the night as a voiceover reads, and I heard him explain as he drove out of sight. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And that is the Essential 7 Christmas-themed movies and TV shows to watch on Halloween. Have a recommendation of a scary Christmas movie or a TV show to watch on Halloween? Or have an opinion on a topic for a future list? Then leave a comment below. I also want to let you know that I have a Facebook page that you can join. There's not a lot of people over there yet, but it's a good way for me to keep you up to date with the videos that are coming out. I'm the Christmas Aficionado, and remember, stay off the naughty list.
His head just exploded. I told you, Garrett. I told you.